So World War II started in September of 1939 when Germany, Nazi Germany, attacked Poland. And this was Hitler's start of Hitler's effort to dominate Europe, to dominate maybe the world. This shenanigans changed the course of world history. Full stop. So, just as the Soviet Union is about to declare war against Japan, President Truman orders American forces to drop 2 atomic bombs on Japan, August 6th and August 9th of 1945. The Soviet Union on the Eastern Front lost, and this is the low end. This is the lowest end of a number that historians all validate. 20 million. Yeah, I didn't stutter. 20 million, including 8.7 million soldiers. The greatest betrayal in world history at the national level was making the Soviet Union America's enemy at the end of World War II. There's not a credible rationale to support it. So when the Soviet Union said, after the sacrifice we got, we lost more soldiers than all the civilians you lost, than all the soldiers you lost combined. When we say we want a security buffer because the threat is coming from Europe, I think they had something to say. Want to know why Iran became our enemy? It starts here. This is where it affects the moral fiber of the nation. This is where it poisons the politics. And so when Eisenhower was the supreme commander of the armed forces, 5-star general in World War II, war profiteering was treason. Yeah, you wouldn't believe that today, would you? The politics, the moral fiber of a nation is when you ask people to kill or be killed. And it's not for meritorious reasons. The literal title of the fabula was Declaration of War Against the Americans Occupying the Land of the Two Holy Places. I'm not justifying 3,000 American deaths. What I'm trying to say is we need to understand what motivates our enemies. There was a reason. And it had nothing to do with they are jealous or they hate us for our freedoms. We refuse to tell the American public and we refuse to yield. So if you want to know, if this is the first time you're hearing it, yes, your government, my government, the people I voted for and you voted for, right, allowed 3,000 Americans to die for a reason they knew and to this day have not fully disclosed. Israel responded. One of the ways they responded is they said, there are no innocent Palestinians in Gaza. And you talk about the vitriol. You had posts on TikTok that said everything that I was told about 9/11 has proven to be a lie. I will never trust them again. People are dying left, right, and center. You're creating enemies, not because they need to be enemies, but because you need enemies because they're good for business. The notion of a forever war is an enemy that never ends. The war on terror, it's not about achieving a mission and getting in and getting out. It's about keeping the conflict going because we don't care about the soldiers' lives that we're destroying. Victoria Nuland is talking to the United States ambassador to Ukraine. And she's telling the ambassador, okay, these are the people who we're going to install to be the new government of Ukraine. Yes, we paid for it. See, because this is the ethics of when the military-industrial complex is running things. Gotta have an enemy. You want to know why we have no money for anything else? When we are willing to give Zelensky billions of dollars? Yeah. It's because the military-industrial complex is running everything and has bankrupted our federal government and has participated in breaking the back of our men and women in the military